still takes my breath away every time. One of the reasons Lewis Powell voted for Roe in 1973 was he literally experienced someone waking him up in the middle of the night begging for legal help because his girlfriend had just bled out after a botched self-induced abortion. In his book, Justice Lewis F. Powell, published in 1993, Professor Jeffries recounted a dramatic incident. Powell's years as a senior partner at a Richmond law firm. A distraught 19-year-old office helper called him at home in the middle of the night and asked him to meet him in the office. The young man's girlfriend had become pregnant. He had tried to help her abort herself, but the procedure went terribly wrong, and she bled to death. Powell went to see the local prosecutor with the result that no charges were ever filed. This incident convinced Powell that women would seek abortions whether they were legal or not, and the driving the practice underground led to danger and death, Professor Jeffries wrote. There is also an incredible amount of evidence to suggest this as well, for the record. I think 6 million women a year in this day and age worldwide still suffer, permanent injury as a consequence of back alley abortions. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's be clear, Jack, this ban is dangerous. Directly violates women's constitutional right to choose. We must stop it. As president, I will codify Roe into federal law and ensure this choice remains between a woman and her doctor. Look alive, Jack. No, he won't. Christopher says, I voted for him to prevent Trump and keep some calm at the top. We knew he wouldn't get much done with such a divided House and Senate. Liberals are already defending him. I'm done, dude. I hate politics. I hate it. No wonder people fucking don't care. Because the people that do care are disgusting cucks. I despise them. They're horrible monsters. Like, you're a bad person, dude. You're literally such a fucking pathetic turbo cuck that you have become like an evil person in defense of a negligent, criminally negligent institution. The people that literally fucking care. Lamau 2019. I know it's an old tweet, you fucking idiots. Someone wrote a response to it recently, like 19 minutes ago, and then someone 2 minutes ago defended that response. I know it's a 2019 fucking tweet. What's wrong with you? I understand that. It is a lie from his campaign. My point is, Democrats are already running to fucking defend his inaction before he even did it. But some of you fucking idiots are more focused on correcting me and getting an own. Oh, lol. Streamer thought a 2019 tweet was new. I know it was a 2019 tweet, you fucking idiot.
Institutions, and I'm afraid that's unlikely to happen at this point.
You know, I was thinking about tonight.
Got him, dude. Fucking got him, dude. I got Streamer, dude. He was fucking wrong,
obviously
dude.
He's retiring. He's been a stalwart champion of a more liberal judicial activism on the court. I've had the chance to meet him a few times. He's always nothing but pleasant and nice anytime I speak to him. Very genteel individual. I mean, what is he thinking tonight? This is the court he's leaving behind, regardless of what he thinks about the outcome. I mean, there are tons of outcomes, Chris, over the last 40 years that conservatives were disgusted by. And I talked and wrote about most of them. But the idea that anyone would celebrate the smashing of...
Oh my God, dude. I want to smash the fucking walls of the...
100 years to the start of the court.
Nothing.
The modern
I'm not
court.
saying anything. If I say more, I'm going to get in trouble, okay? Like I said, I wouldn't even care if the fucking the structure of the court itself, the building itself, crumbled. Okay, before our eyes. Who gives a fuck?
Activists, including Marxist intellectuals, have really run a long march through the institutions. And their theory is very simple. We get our people into the institutions. We change those institutions from within. We violate democratic norms. We go in an anti-democratic process simply by dominating the bureaucracies. They believe they can do the same thing with the courts as they've done to universities and other prestige institutions. And unfortunately, to a certain extent, it's working. That's why conservatives have to adapt. We have to come up with new strategies and tactics to start pushing back on the left's institutional dominance before they're really taking this democratic shell and then putting whatever they want inside.
Right. Well, it's become their pattern, and it's by any means necessary. Whatever they have to do, whether it's ripping down a statue or smashing a Andy No in the head, or blowing up sex education in school and turning it into something very different, they'll do it, and they'll say, "Oh, you're an outlier for complaining about it." That's what's happening tonight with this leak at the court. And Kurt, this 2019 New York Times piece reminded everybody that back in the 80s. It was Senator Joe Biden, who's supposedly a devoted Catholic, voted to let states overturn Roe versus Wade. So that is a pretty good indicator, is it not, Kurt, of how far the Democrat Party has shifted to the most radical partial birth abortion, abortion on demand position on this one of many cultural issues.
Well, I'm not surprised at all, Laura. They've been going more extreme and more extreme and more extreme over the years.
Dude.
Right now, we have a Supreme Court nominee who wouldn't admit that she knew what a woman was.
Well, she's not a nominee.
Not yours, bitch. You live in CA. Now, please focus on saying more useful stuff and not just political clout grabbers.
She's not a nominee anymore. Wishful thinking there, buddy.
Yeah, and notably not a biologist. Look,
I can't. I
don't want to
can't.
take it
I'm done. I think I'm done with politics. I don't care anymore. I'm a Republican. It's done. I'm done. I'm so done, dude. Who cares? Fuck it. Why do you keep looking at your QRTs? I just want to see, because I'm mentally ill, and I want to see other people who are mentally ill just like me, okay? That's it. That's the only reason. Because I'm mentally fucking ill. I can't stop myself from looking at all these other fucking deranged little freaks, these little twisted freaks on the internet, find a way to literally turn around and be like, I know abortion laws are going to be rewritten, fundamentally altering women's bodily autonomy, but how can I turn this around and be like nitpicky and fucking attack Asana over it? Because you have a mental illness, and I do too, okay? You write that on the internet in this moment, you have a mental illness, straight up, and it's like impossible to cure it, okay? And so do I, and I can't stop looking at it. Sorry. That's it. If you want to know the real answer, it's because that person is mentally ill, and so am I, and I can't stop.
Right, and the technique is this. If you delegitimize a country's founding, if you delegitimize a country's constitution, and if you delegitimize a country's history, you can take kids and then adults in any direction that you want. And so we're entering, unfortunately, almost a post-constitutional phase in the minds of many people who believe that the Constitution is an old document that upheld racist values. And when that disappears, when that commitment is evaporated, you enter very dangerous and very scary territory. And I'm afraid we've taken another step in that direction tonight.
Panel, thank you both. Now, here now is Republican candidate for Pennsylvania Senate, David McCormick. David, now this issue, because politics, we're off the court now into politics with you, because this issue of life for the Pennsylvania voters has been really important for years and years and years. There used to be pro-life Democrats. Wait, Casey, thank you very much. Right. But you and your chief competitor, Dr. Oz, differences on that issue. Your reaction to tonight's news.
Well, first, as you were just saying, what an earth-shattering breach of trust that is just a further evidence of an assault on our institutions. So it's a really scary and sad day that we would see this happen in our Supreme Court. And then second is just this is, if in fact the decision of the court turns out to be what was in this brief, this would be a huge step forward and a huge victory for the protection of life, which is certainly where the conservative and Republican Party is in Pennsylvania and a number of Democrats. And this is an issue on the campaign trail. It's already been a flashpoint. I'm someone who's pro-life, has been pro-life, and this is something where my primary competitor, Mehmet Oz, 3 years ago to this month, had spoken out on a Breakfast Club interview about his concerns about this very scenario, that if Roe v. Wade was overturned, that the states would put in more restrictive policies regarding abortion, more pro-life policies. And so this is a flashpoint. This is something the voters of Pennsylvania want to talk about. And it's within the context of the broader culture war that you're speaking of, this push by the extreme left, whether it's the question of transgender transitions in schools or whether it's the history that's being taught about America. These are all flashpoints where parents and voters in Pennsylvania are feeling like the extreme left is taking our country in a dangerous, dangerous direction that's going to erode the very foundation of our country.
David, think about, like, you're obviously a West Point graduate. You're an Army Ranger. You served your country in uniform.
Look how happy he is.
Based on the principles that America was worth defending, that America's principles were worth, in some cases,
Come on, Laura.
even...
Tell us, is America even worth defending if the Supreme Court has a leaker? Go ahead, say that.
Founding as we do, but when we stop loving our institutions, our separation of powers...
Oh my God, she's saying it! She is saying it!
...is all part of that, wrapped up into that narrative.
Is America worth saving if we don't love our institutions unconditionally?
I don't think so. Right. Not if we don't love ourselves first.
Why aren't they celebrating right now? Because they're already winning. They need to, like, because
we live in the most exceptional country in the world, that it's been the leader in terms of creating liberty, prosperity, human rights, equality relative to anyone else in the world. With all our challenges and mistakes, that recognition is being lost. And we see it being chipped away where people, Americans, Pennsylvanians, no longer trust their leadership and their institutions. And you know a lot more about the Supreme Court than I do, but that was always...
Bro, can you, by the way, for the record, like, this turns swing states into fucking, ooh, shit. I mean, it's not entirely related to, like, the elections in general. It's state legislatures that are going to have a profound amount more power now. And Republicans dominate that, for the record. They dominate it even if they're losing. The way that they've gerrymandered seats, they are so effective at taking control of state legislatures, no matter what happens. But of course, this creates a system in which, like, swing states, for example, are not just going to become like red states. Swing states will now also literally undermine your fucking rights. Like, oh, sorry, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Oh, shit, Georgia, back to red. Let's go, baby. You know? Boom. All of a sudden, you have anti-abortion legislation being passed in your state out of nowhere. Fuck. What is she? Biden, H is all doctor support, gender affirming care. Okay, she's moving on to, like, all right, we're back. Now we're moving on to transphobia on the White Power Hour. Very cool. Can't wait to see what Tucker Carlson has to say about this. Oh my God, I want a video game sometimes. This is one of those times when I want a video game. I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than that. It is so fucking hopeless. It's so pathetic. I hate the left. I hate the right. I hate the liberals. I hate everybody. Not you guys, obviously. I love all of you, but, like, everyone else outside, not the Normans either, but, like, everyone in politics is just fucking awful. Where the fuck is the live stream for CNN? CNN is on ad break, so reminds me I need to be on ad break as well, because at the top of the hour there's a 6-second ad break and I forgot to run it again at the top of the fucking hour. I believe on. Did I run it? When's the last time I ran mine? Yep, 1 hour ago. At the top of the hour there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Anonymous donated. Can you go into further detail about why abortion being illegal is bad for women besides hookup culture, which is inherently evil? Yeah, abortion has nothing to do with hookup culture. And hookup culture is not inherently evil just because you can't get pussy, okay? That's cool though. Hookup culture is inherently evil because women won't fuck me. So I think that they shouldn't be able to, they should be forced to carry pregnancies to term, even if they get fucking raped. Great. Good stuff. Thanks, dude. That's cool. What a take, dude. What a brilliant fucking take. Anyway, here's the 1 minute ad break now. I think they meant it in a West Elm Caleb kind of way. I don't know what that means. Bro, why is Joanne Reed giving further ideas to Mr. Alito? Mr. Alito, you know what else the Constitution doesn't reference? Racial equality, the right of black people or women to vote, desegregation. She's giving him ideas. Stop tweeting. Yet all of those things were affirmed by previous SCOTUS decisions. All right. Oh no. All right, let's see what Don Lemon has to say.
He is with us tonight as part of the delegation with Speaker Nancy Pelosi on her visit, her surprise visit to Kyiv this weekend, but also here to talk to us about what is happening, the possibility of Roe v. Wade being overturned, and Politico's reporting tonight. Congressman Meeks, thank you so much for joining us. What's your reaction first to this breaking news on this draft opinion that would overturn Roe v. Wade?
Well, it's horrible. Let me say what Senator Klobuchar said. We know it's not the decision yet, but should it be, it's a game changer for America. It's a game changer for women and women's rights to control their own body, to repudiate well-established law. It is, why every year we do talk about when you vote, you need to, Republicans apparently and the super conservatives, they're voting judges. It is dangerous what is taking place right now. And as some of your other guests have said, those that are affluent, they'll be able to go from one place to another to have an abortion if they have to. But those who are poor, they will be victimized. There's no question about it, because that's the history before the decision. So this decision, should it be true, should it remain the same, would be absolutely devastating to who we are as a people in the United States of America.
Thank you for responding to that. And of course, we still have the war going on in Ukraine, so I want to switch gears now because that's a big story as well. I know your congressional delegation spoke to President Biden about your trip to Kyiv. What did you tell him about your meeting with President Zelensky?
CNN is off it already. CNN's like, all right, let's cut the Lockheed Martin video. By the way, that's not even a joke. Joe Biden is at a Lockheed Martin facility today. In Alabama. He went there. I forgot to mention that. They're looking for $33 billion extra, and I think the amount of money that we're spending on Ukraine is going to be nearly identical to Afghanistan by the end of that, if that bill goes through. Democrats, at least with a little bit of smart legislation for once in their fucking lives, is trying to tie that $33 billion support to Ukraine, which is going directly to our defense industry, by the way, of course, with a little bit of COVID funding. But the Republicans are like, fuck no, shut the fuck up. And Democrats are like, okay, we're sorry that we even brought it up. So there's that going on currently. And Biden literally went to Alabama, to the facility, the Lockheed Martin facility, to, celebrate the workers there on the fucking bombs that they're building and stuff. And I shit you not, the morning edition of the NPR news bit celebrating this decision straight up had like they cut like another like Lockheed Martin ad basically. So there's that too. Now, obviously, this does not undermine the safety and security of Ukrainians, which are having a really tough time. Mariupol has been evacuated, but even after Mariupol was like there was like 1,000 still civilians that were surviving in the basement of the Azovstal like steel plant. Some of them were allowed to leave. Okay. And Russia immediately started bombing, so their situation is fucked as well. So, you know, things are just bad all over the place, dude. When's the tipping point for revolution? Was the straw? Is the climate change ruining the planet, or are rights being taken away? No, none of that is going to be a tipping point for revolution. Volatility that will necessitate a revolution will only come in a country like the United States, or any country for that matter, when people are hungry. And people are not hungry. They're really fucking fat. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, and I don't mean that in like a Tim Pool kind of way, but like people are really fat. That's why they fucking cry on Twitter. Okay? Because like when you can still eat, okay? When you can still eat food, when you still got food on your table, all you're going to do is fucking bitch on Twitter about whatever fucking other leftists you can fucking point the fingers to, or Bernie Sanders is the reason for why this is happening. Some minor changes may come from how angry people are at this Supreme Court decision, potentially. Who knows? Stop saying Marat theory. This is literally like foundational political theory, okay? Please stop fucking diluting serious analysis by saying Marat's bread theory, okay? That's not just Marat's bread theory, you fucking idiots. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Twitch brain-rotted dumbasses, dude. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I think I literally have a fever coming on. I've whipped myself into anger so much. Over this process. I don't want to fucking... Okay, see you tomorrow.